the craziness I'm seeing around after Shatta Wale from his heart decided to help young Priscilla to further her education. We have seen some people who don't want to see good. We have seen some people whose only interest is to see the evil out there. And to us, when I see that thing, or when I see those things, I'm always encouraged to give counter information so that at least those who are only interested in following our good stories, they would also get that one for keeps. Personally, as Sammy Flex, there are some people whose content and their channels I've stopped watching. In fact, ever since I started working with Shatta Wale, there are some people whose content and their channels I've stopped following. So oftentimes, anything that happens with them, it has to be reports from people. That you'll be there and someone will send you a link. Sammy, have you heard this? What this guy is saying? Sammy, you have to do something to this. I don't see them. Because I keep telling me that why should I be feeding my head with content that is not so wholesome for me? That is not healthy for me. Why should I be worrying myself like that? When I do that, I'm killing myself. So I always try hard to ignore all those things. So I don't watch them. But if you want to watch, maybe you have your own interest why you'd always want to see such. Personally, I don't want to see such things or those things. I'm always far from them. So I see commentaries and many people talking about so Shatta could do this and Shatta has not been taking care of the movement, and I ask myself, so Ghanaians and followers of this industry, if you want to call them critics or however you want to call them, what at all do they want? Is it witchcraft? Is it wizardry? Or what exactly? What exactly are they looking for? I don't get it. And now, I'm asking you people, who said Shatta has not done what he's supposed to do for his mom? Like, who is saying that? These same people, sometimes, if you are not careful and you do some things to people and you decide to put it out, you get these same people coming out and shouting, so you did this for your mother and you have come to put it out for what? So you did this for your mother and you have come to put it out. What do you want us to do? Are you not supposed to? Yes. You see, I always thank God that personally, I have the ability to ignore public comments and how people behave online. But you see, when we are protecting brands, it is hard to ignore. Because if you are not careful, those things being said by people, they would go a long way to spoil business. If you are not careful, those things being put out by the brand or attached to the brand, they are likely to spoil business. Therefore, I want to do something. Unfortunately, I did not even take permission from Shatta Wale, who in this case is my boss. And I'm talking about what he asked me to do as a member of his management team. What he asked me to do. And knowing that I did all necessary things to make sure there is peace. When I look around, I understand why sometimes Shatta Wale is paid. And I understand why sometimes like he's hurt over some things. Because he knows his heart. He knows what he does right. Yet people don't want to even assume. They don't, I'm not saying to see you, they don't need to assume that, oh, maybe Shatta might have done it right. No, they don't want to assume. They only want to see it bad. Now, we were all here when some time ago, issues of Shatta and his mom and the mother complaining she's not well, she's not living at a place that she wants to live comfortably and all the stories around it. All of us, when such stories come out, we are disturbed. When such stories come out, they really disturb us. I'm involved. Who would want confusion to be happening around his family? Who wakes up and his prayer is that I want confusion to happen in my family? Who? I don't know if you are one of such people, but nobody. I'm not sure Satan even wants confusion in his kingdom. He wants the place to be lively, happiness, all over. Everybody wants it. So if for some reasons, someone is not seeing the kind of peace and the happiness that they want to see in their family, it is like that. Ask yourself what happened. But even that one, it is for another day. I don't want to be interested in what happened now, because I can even ask myself, some flex, when it happened, were you there? I was not there. But at least what I witnessed or what I have been part of, I don't have to hide it. So early this year, when those things came up, Shatta's mom, blah blah blah, boom, boom, when they came up, we're all worried. Of course, when it happens like that, you would always want tempers to calm down or to calm before you make any a move. So thank God, somewhere around September this year, September 2024, we realized that all the thugs were coming down. Therefore, it was now right for us to make those moves to correct what happened. And conversation, Shatta with some people, some of his godfathers, some of his friends, including all of us within the management team, we decided that, okay, this is not what we want. This is not the kind of impact or stories we want to be going out there. Therefore, let's all come together to solve this. Therefore, Shatta Wale said, no problem. Called More and tells her that, oh, maybe you and Dan, you guys should start, I mean, it's PA. You guys should start scouting. Let's see if you can get some beautiful house to get for the old woman. And they started. Ran to some places, and they got the house. When they got the house, photos and details of the house were sent to Shatta, being the man who had given that assignment, to look through whether he's also okay with it. And I'm sure after seeing everything, from documents to the beauty of the house, it was located at Abokobi. Abokobi is a new community, obviously. Okay, not very new. I would say it's one of the new areas on the road to Aburi. Of course, that area is a known area. Abokobi on that stretch. That was where the house is. Obviously, now if you go to those areas, it's not for the average people. Lands at those areas are not even a joke. Very expensive lands, for that matter, because you are going to the mountains where it has been seen to be one of the luxurious areas to live. So Shatta agreed that, okay, let's get it, which was I think a 3-bedroom apartment that Shatta said, okay, let me get this house for my mom. Documentations and everything was done successfully. And me, Sammy Flex, seated here. I placed a call to Shatta's mom. And I told the mom that, Mommy, this is Sammy Flex. I work with your son, Junior, as she calls him. And Junior has gotten a house for you. He wants us to come and take you there. The woman agreed. And even at that time, I remember she still said she wasn't feeling well. So we told Shatta, okay, Shatta, thank God we've spoken to your mom. She's agreed that we come pick her to the new house. We rented a truck, went to her house. She was then living at Theo, can you help me? Yeah, Teshi area. Yes, so let's leave it like that. Teshi area. I don't know whether we can also call them. It's not Nungwa. And it was like me, I'm not too sure about knowing those areas, like Teshi Nungwa area. Let's put it like that. That was where she was living. One cool evening, we sent trucks there to pick her stuff, at least with whatever she was coming to live with there. As an old woman, definitely there are some things that no matter what you do, she wouldn't leave behind. She would want to carry them along. So we went to Teshi, picked her, and we brought her there. And even that was not all. When we brought her there, the next day, we even went, the evening that we brought her there, I think that evening was on 12 September. And I think on 13 September, we also went there again just to make sure she's settled, because we arrived there on the 12th a little late. And obviously, if you go to put someone at such a place, then they should be able to go there to check on her as well. So the next day, early morning, I did not even come to the studio or to the office. The moment I woke up now, I called my team member, Charlie, let's go check on the old man if she's settled in. Once again, we went there, and to us, everything that we are supposed to do in terms of accommodation, in terms of where she would live comfortably, we did. We did not even want her to share compound with any other person. So the whole compound was for her with mechanized boreholes there, so she did not even have to stress with water because even those things were not going to be her thing. As a matter of fact, bills and all those things were not going to be her thing. All that she has to do is to move in, and that is what we did. So I don't know why at this stage, if at least you even want to talk about Shatta and his mom, at least you can take your time. Okay, what is happening? Is there a problem still? Is there something that we are supposed to know? This will all help us so that when we are talking about brands who are also supposed to enjoy some public appeal, some public love, when we are talking about them, we need to consider all these things so we don't just put dust in people's eyes. Because when we just say anything like that, it disturbs. Now, I'm sure I'll have some time. You see, sometimes my position as a manager to the brand or the Shatta Movement Empire team and the mom and son thing is a little slippery. So in areas that I have not been invited to, I don't go there. In areas that have not been okay here, like Sami, are you allowed to speak on this? Maybe yes, maybe no. Sometimes I don't rush there because I am always careful how I intrude into that business. Like I'm saying, it's a very slippery business. But at least this is what I know. This is what I know because I was involved. I was not involved in going to look for the house and the land and all those things. Some people did, but after I was given the task to get the woman from her current location then to bring her to the house. And that I executed perfectly after I delivered my report to the boss that Shatta or Donnie, I'm done with the assignments and this is it. And I took my hands off it because that was where my powers that were given to me, that was where it reached. And I placed my hands off it. So if I sit back and I still see some people going like, and I've seen some videos. Some people who are just online looking forward to speak gibberish about stars to leave. They just want to say anything about celebrities for survival. Because they know, oh, when we say it, especially it's about Shatta, when the people will come, and that is their happiness. I've seen such videos. When I see them, I laugh. I go like, ah. So this, do they even understand what they are saying? Do they even know what damage they are creating? And this has been one of Shatta's problems. That as an industry, many people, including security agencies and all, we see all this trash. Nobody will advise anybody. Nobody will caution anybody. But then one day, Shatta speaks and that is a problem. One day, Shatta talks and that is a problem. And to me, when I saw some of these comments, I decided that, okay, yes, this is true. I have not been invited to be a family spokesperson. I have not been invited to be part of their family. But at least my role as a management member of the firm, if I know something, why should I shut up? When I'm not saying this to defame any of the parties, whether the mom or Shatta or any other person in the family. I'm not saying anything to defame them, but at least I'm saying this to set the record straight, to supply information to some people who might not know. Reason I'm here. Now, as to what is next, I'm sure at the appropriate time, when it becomes necessary, we'll talk about it. But at this stage, like I'm repeating, because it's a family thing and I've not been given full powers to enter, I'll still stay outside and let it be the way it is. But to the best of my knowledge, when complaints came that Shatta's mom was not well and that she needed a place to live and all that, Sammy Flex was called to do a presentation to the woman, and I did beautifully. I remember even on the day when we were leaving and we knew that she was not well, I gave her some cool amount of money even from my own pocket, because she's also my mom. If she is the mother of my boss, why not? She's also my mom, more or less. So I gave her some cool amount of money, including some of the people who were part of the team that sent her there. Some of them very close to her. They all supported one way or the other. And one person who lived closer even decided that, oh, I'll be coming in from time to time. Anytime you need time, just call me, I'll come and do it. And that has been the living. So I don't really know what again people are looking for when they say, because Shatta decided to show love to a young lady. Now let's go and crucify him because he decided to show love to a young lady. Let's go and kill him to achieve what? You want to kill Shatta so that what will happen? That is the kind of people we live with in this Ghana. But I know that one day all these things will be over. One day all these things will be over. And when you wake up, you ask yourself, who are you going to talk about? Who are you going to destroy? To get what? You won't get anything out of that. At least this information is to be shared to you, and you. Those who are only looking for that bad opportunity to always project. To us, we have done our godly side of this thing, and that is what you should know. Maybe I'll come back to give you a part 2 of this particular story. Until then, let's keep it here like this. My name is Sammy Flex, and I did this with my team, Theophilus Dugosh, as well as Buju Lens. We do it again, but subscribe to us so that all the latest updates, as much as this industry is concerned, and even from our camp, our Shatta Movement Empire, you don't miss them.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my show, wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do, na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you wanna drop a comment was Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I ever more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform me do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share. No brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quoting there, blend be good news. Blend never share, never subscribe. No brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform me do. Video be able post on what had be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan quoting there, blend be good news ba Shatta Wale. Ne bomodana share na wo brother na wo sister ohun edwumede di Wale Music TV. Thank you.